Okay, this is Joe Pacillo, video for ADA520A. We're speaking with Mike Kennedy. Mike, you and I have, been through kind of hell and high water together the past 40 years. Could you explain to our audience a little bit about your disability and things that you've encountered?
Okay. Thanks, Joe. Well, my disability onset was in 1974, spinal cord injury as a result of basically arterial vascular malfunction or stroke in the T5-6 area, and that caused me to be paralyzed from the chest down. So that's that. Where I met you was at the Mass Hospital School in Canton, and I was actually there for rehab.
How has the disability affected you professionally and personally?
Okay, well, personally, I had just turned 14, so it made adolescence, puberty, adolescence, probably that much more awkward and difficult. But you know what? Over time, between my family and my friends, who all were there to help me get through that, I was able to go through whatever it is I had to do, and just accept life as a person with a disability, and just moved on. So that's personally. The professionally, I honestly can't tell you that, because almost every job I've ever had, I've had a disability. The only jobs I ever did prior to having a disability was doing stuff around the neighborhood, mowing lawns for senior citizens, and shoveling their driveways, stuff like that.
Right. So did the disability impact you negatively from a professional standpoint, in your opinion?
In my opinion, yes. And how I know that was when I was out there, seeking employment. I actually did pretty good. I mean, within 10 months, I had got my first real job, and it was a good job. But after a couple of years, I was really getting sick of having to do a 40-mile commute every day, and heavy traffic. It included Route 128 in Massachusetts, which is one of the worst roads in the state. I understand it's not like the Beltway. Well, I honestly say it's not like the Beltway, because I've been stuck in that traffic too. But it became a drag. So I did try getting jobs close to home. And I remember many an interview, seeing the look of almost like shock on the people's faces.
How have attitudes changed since the 70s, when you first became disabled, towards disability, and now in 2016?
Now you're asking attitude.
Attitude of others towards self.
Okay. I'm going to preface it by stating first that accessibility, like physical access, today compared to 40 years ago, has improved tremendously. I mean, I've been able to, go traveling around with my wife almost anywhere in the United States, and for the most part, I can pretty much go anywhere I want, and do just about any of the activities, including cruises, like to Alaska, well, I'll just say to Alaska, because that was just really cool. It really included accessible motor coach buses. It included accessible double-decker trains, and the cruise ship. But attitudinal, still not a lot has really changed. Here we are today, 2016, and people with disabilities who are seeking employment still are 2 to 3 times more unemployed than our non-disabled population. And there's still a lot of people still have the attitude that people with disabilities are, at least the physical disabilities, like myself, we're kind of on the planet to be taken care of. That we're, oh, they're so brave that, and almost wanting to pat me on the head. Please don't pat me on the head. But there's still a lot of that around.
So there's still a lot of patronymial type of attitudes.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, it's and again, I mean, not everybody's like that, but I'd say the people that are able to see me for who I am are people who have gotten to know me. Of course, my my family, my close friends that I've known for many years, they know I'm still the same guy with or without the disability. I mean, no matter who you are, I mean, it's sort of like a leopard never changes its spots. I've always, been, the type of person I am. I tend to be outgoing. I've been fortunate that I've been able to make friends pretty easily. Mm-hmm. Sometimes too easily, at the chagrin of other friends. But it's, that piece, it's good.
Do you think the public's attitude in general towards seeing the disabled, say, out of the institutions and into the public eye, has helped a bit in terms of understanding?
You know what? I believe so, because as educators, as advocates, we try to emphasize to people that we want to we want to be out here in society too, and we kind of ask the simple question: would you want to be in a institution? And they'd be like, oh God, no way. So I think in that respect the attitudes change, and I think it helps them understand why there's curb cuts. I mean, on sidewalks, they're not just for skateboarders. They're they're originally there for people who use wheelchairs. But you know what? If other people can get good use out of them, but all the power to them. Just next time around, when sidewalks need work, just make sure you advocate for curb cuts too, along with better sidewalks.
Now, in your viewpoint, has the ADA been a benefit? Passage of the laws?
Yes, and again, Joe, it does. It's made a huge impact in, like I say, the physical accessibility sense. Again, I already talked about the traveling, mm-hmm. But it's also helped in other ways too. There's more communication access, especially for people who who have the sensory type disabilities, who can't, the people who can't hear, who can't, see well enough to actually read text, can, have other ways to have communication.
So what would you like to see, I guess, the next 25 years?
Next 25 years is, to, continue, building a world that is universally accessible to everybody, and in hope to also help change the attitude attitudes more. I mean, I think a lot of that comes in, with like, education and with, schooling. The more, kids with, multiple, the more kids with different types of disabilities attend public school, the more exposure people have to people with disabilities.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for asking.